Okay, let's put me under arrest.
I'm not arresting you now.
Hey.
You serious?
Now you're under arrest.
Let's do this.
Okay.
You're under arrest for battery of police
Okay.
officer.
Okay, can I put this in front because I have a back issue?
No.
No, I have a back issue.
You are under. Stop
Stop.
resisting.
I have a back issue.
Okay.
It's brain disease. I can't.
Stop.
I can't.
Okay.
Relax.
I have a back issue.
Relax.
Okay.
He's out of one.
I'm on muscle relaxers. I have
Hold the
a
pressure.
lidocaine.
Can you close the
Let me go outside.
Relax, Miss Thorne.
Back issue. You're not letting me.
Just relax, and then we'll get it all taken care of. Okay?
I don't want to be.
You're not being.
You're all recorded, okay?
That's just me right here.
Please stop. Please, I will do anything. I'll just go home. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please stop.
I think they're so smart, but no man has ever really been able to explain to me why we can't just print more money. Like, it seems pretty easy to me.
But when a stranger looks at me and goes, "Hey, ma'am, I'm going to do this," I'm going to go, I'm not a ma'am, I'm not a lady, I'm not a girl.
Let's get all the women and children to safety first, okay? Women and children only, please. Not you. I thought you said you're non-binary, right? That means you're not a woman. Oh, so now you're a woman. Well, what happened when I called you ma'am and you were pretending I wasn't talking to you? Oh, okay. So as soon as the danger alarms are going off, now all of a sudden objective truth matters. Yeah, okay, well, today's your lucky day. I'm going to be affirming your identity right now, okay? So you get to stay behind, okay? But don't worry, all right? We have 83 genders before I call non-binary, so, you know, eventually you'll get out of here. But don't...
Oh, she should be excited, right? Because now, finally, she gets to experience some of that male privilege we're constantly told exists. Before we dive in, drop a comment. Are modern men more delusional? Or is it the ladies? Hit like and subscribe so you don't miss what we expose next. Now let's talk about this. For years, we've heard the same narrative on repeat. Men live life on easy mode. Men move through the world untouched. Men are protected. Men are favored. Men are handed invisible advantages just for existing. That's the storyline. But here's the interesting part. The moment a woman finds herself facing real-world consequences, especially in a situation involving authority, law enforcement, or accountability, suddenly it's not male privilege anymore. Suddenly it's shock. It's outrage. It's how dare you treat me like this. Wait, I thought equality was the goal. See, what a lot of people call male privilege is often just the reality that men are typically held to a different standard, a harsher one. When men challenge authority, they're not seen as bold. They're seen as a threat. When men get loud, it's not empowerment, it's escalation. When men push boundaries, there isn't sympathy waiting on the other side. There's consequence. And that's the part nobody romanticizes. It's easy to talk about privilege in theory. It's much harder to deal with the practical side of how society actually responds to male behavior, especially when it comes to physical confrontation, compliance, and respect for authority. You can't chant equality on Monday and then demand special treatment on Tuesday. That's not empowerment. That's convenient. There's a pattern we keep seeing in modern culture. Strength is celebrated until it requires accountability. Independence is applauded until it removes the safety net. Boldness is trendy until it meets structure and boundaries. And this isn't about attacking women. It's about exposing inconsistency. If the claim is that men have this untouchable privilege, then experiencing the standards men are routinely held to shouldn't be shocking. It shouldn't feel unfair. It should feel equal. But when reality hits differently than the narrative, that's when the tables start shaking. Because maybe, just maybe, what's being labeled as male privilege isn't privilege at all. Maybe it's responsibility without protection. And that's a conversation a lot of people aren't ready to have.
A woman. Don't think about it biologically or gender dysphorically. It's all about mathematics. We know that to be with a woman, you need time and money. So woman equals time times money. And as we all know, time is money. Time equals money. That means that a woman is equal to money times money, which is M squared. We also know that money is the root of all problems. So money equals the root of problems. And since money is equal to the roots of all problems, we can insert it right here. That means square root and square cancel each other out. So we cancel them out. Woman equals problems. That's all it is.
Ranking double standards in dating from certified to socially justified. Height versus weight requirements. She can publicly demand 6'2" minimum like she's ordering a custom build, but mention you prefer fit women and suddenly you're fat phobic. S tier. Drunk texting. She drunk texts and it's cute and honest, but if you drunk text, it's embarrassing and desperate. C tier. Having a type. She only dates finance bros that make 6 figures a month, and that's knowing what she wants. But he prefers blondes and suddenly he's objectifying women. A tier. Body shaming. She can joke about dad bods, small packages, and bald spots on a podcast and everybody laughs, but he mentions her weight once and his name is trending. B tier. Men are trash versus women are trash. Men are trash gets you likes, retweets, and a comedy special, but women are trash gets you fired, banned, and a call from HR before you even finish the sentence. S tier. Age gaps. She dates younger and she's a cougar living her best life. He dates younger with the same age gap and he's a creep. A tier. Trying to get out of a ticket. She tears up and probably ends up with a warning, but he tears up and the cop asks if he's been drinking. D tier. Hitting your partner. You block her hand and suddenly you're the aggressor in everyone's phone video that started 3 seconds too late. Hands should be kept to yourself regardless of gender, but typically only one gender gets held to that standard. C tier. Manipulative testing. Setting up fake scenarios, having friends flirt with you, and manufacturing jealousy. This is called making sure if he's loyal. But if he did it, he's psychotic. B tier. Brutal honesty. She can tell you exactly what's wrong with you and call it being real, but you give her some feedback.
If they had no double standards, they'd have no at all. That line sounds dramatic, but look around. How often do we see the rules change depending on who's standing in front of us? Here's the pattern. When a man messes up, it's character. It's moral failure. It's this is who he is. But when a woman messes up, suddenly it's context. It's stress. It's unmet needs. It's emotional neglect. It's somehow still the man's fault. And it doesn't stop at small things. Take one of the most common examples, cheating. When a man cheats, the conversation is brutal. He's trash. He's selfish. He's immature. There's no nuance, no soft landing. Accountability hits fast and hard, and honestly, it should. Betrayal is betrayal, but flip the roles. When a woman cheats, the narrative often shifts. Now it's, well, what wasn't he doing? Did he make her feel appreciated? Was she emotionally fulfilled? The act itself gets reframed. Suddenly, it's not about the betrayal, it's about the justification. Notice the sleight of hand. Instead of focusing on the choice she made, the spotlight moves to what he supposedly failed to provide. She becomes the wounded party. He becomes the villain in a situation where he was the one cheated on. That's not equality. That's narrative control. And this is where the victimhood mindset becomes powerful currency. Because if you can position yourself as the harmed one, you avoid accountability. You don't have to sit in the discomfort of your decisions. You don't have to say, I messed up. You just say, I was pushed to it. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Being unhappy is not the same as being forced. Feeling neglected is not the same as being coerced. Adults make choices, and those choices come with consequences. This isn't about demonizing women. It's about exposing a cultural habit of bending logic to protect certain people from responsibility. Because when accountability only applies one way, it stops being justice and starts being biased. You can't demand equal treatment in power, opportunity, and authority, but unequal treatment when it comes to consequences. That contradiction is exactly why so many people feel like the social contract is broken. If we're serious about fairness, then wrong is wrong, regardless of gender. No twisting, no reframing, no emotional smokescreens, just truth.
From your ex.
Well, first I started going to the gym more so I can get that six-pack, you know what I mean? And I stopped going to clubs and bars because there's nothing good there for me. There's never anything good over there. I started working on myself and became closer with God, actually, and it made me feel a lot better about myself. I got a little puppy now, I got a little Labrador, and yeah, just spent more time with the family. How about you? How'd you get over your ex?
Well, I just downloaded every single dating app to exist and swipe right on every single guy there is. I also went out to every single club and bar you can think of to truly move on. And I also started posting thirst trap on social media, but for me, of course. I went on every single date with every single race, every single height, every single age, and every single weight class. You name it, I went out with it. And I wanted to have a closer relationship with the club, so I became a bottle girl, so I can truly do what I'm passionate about. And I'm only friends with guys, of course, because I want to avoid the drama.
Are you being for real? This is moving on?
There is not a single man that actually wants marriage. Yes, I'm making a generalization. No, I don't give a if it hurts your feelings.
No, generalizations don't hurt most people's feelings. However, it does say a lot about the person that makes them.
Without the idea of marriage, men have no value. They have zero value.
Well, isn't that just precious? Trying to equate a person's, or rather, a man's actual value in the world as a human being to how marriageable they are. Just imagine if a man said that about a woman. It would be absolutely pandemonium. But if a woman is being sexist towards all men, then it's perfectly acceptable, and a lot of women will even applaud her for it.
If we got rid of marriage tomorrow, no one would be thinking about men.
I find that highly unlikely, notwithstanding the fact that a lot of women wouldn't have any content at all if they weren't complaining about men constantly. But the world's infrastructure rather does rely on them.
No one would be thinking about them because that is the only thing that they would be able to have for women's interest to be piqued, for women to decide that they want to deal with them.
I find that highly unlikely. In fact, I would actually like to issue a challenge to some of those women out there that say they don't need men and dislike all of them. Try going a week without mentioning men. I bet.
It's honestly fascinating to watch someone say something this bold, this dismissive, with absolute confidence. We don't need men. Men are useless. That's the energy. But here's the part nobody slows down to think about. We live in a world built on invisible infrastructure. Electricity, plumbing, internet, transportation, construction, waste management, emergency services, supply chains, oil rigs, power grids, roads, bridges, cell towers. If all of that shut off for a week, just 1 week, most people wouldn't know where to begin. And this isn't about glorifying one gender, it's about acknowledging reality. The overwhelming majority of the physically dangerous, infrastructure-heavy, maintenance-critical jobs that keep modern society running are still done by men. Not because women are incapable, but because those industries are brutal, risky, and often thankless. Long hours, physical strain, real danger. So when someone says men are useless while using a smartphone connected to towers maintained by mostly male crews, while sitting in a building constructed primarily by male labor, powered by energy systems overwhelmingly serviced by men, it's not empowerment, it's contradiction. You can't call a group unnecessary while benefiting from their labor 24/7. And here's where it gets deeper. When people say we don't need men, what they usually mean is, I don't need a man romantically. That's a different conversation. Independence in relationships? Fine. That's personal choice. But shifting from I don't need a boyfriend to men as a whole are useless. That's ideological overreach. Because society isn't built on vibes. It's built on roles, labor, cooperation, and interdependence. The irony is heavy. The same people who reject traditional masculinity still depend on masculine-coded labor daily. They criticize strength, stoicism, and utility, yet those traits are embedded in the systems that keep their water clean and their packages arriving on time. Again, this isn't about putting women down. It's about exposing a cultural habit of dismissing men as a category while simultaneously consuming the benefits of their contribution. Real equality doesn't erase either side. It recognizes interdependence. Men and women both bring value, different value, overlapping value, but value nonetheless. When you start pretending one half of the equation is unnecessary, you're not progressive. You're disconnected from reality.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, husband.
What's up, love? How you doing, baby?
Who is she?
I honestly didn't know you were right there. You
know,
creeping on me?
No, I just so happened to just glance at the right time and see you having a conversation with me.
Yeah, she just wanted to know how I put the meat down on the grill.
Taj, what?
She was just asking me, like, because you know, like the lines on the meat? She want to know how I got the lines on the grill.
And why does she need to know that?
Why does she? Maybe she's interested in learning how to barbecue. I don't know. What you mean?
You wanted to know how you laid the meat down.
Yeah, like, so you can get the lines. You know what I'm talking about? Like the lines that go across the meat so it looks professional. That's it. I told her I'd go drop her some off at home. Like I said, I got enough meat for the neighbors. You know what they say, like, treat your neighbor how you want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Is that what they say?
What
No.
are we exactly talking about here? What
Babe, you don't see this right here. I literally just cooked this. I said there's enough. I said my family and I only need a couple pieces. I can ding dong, knock on the door, drop off the meat. Like, we don't gotta share veggies because I know we don't have a lot of asparagus. You laughing too? What you laughing at? What y'all laughing?
Oh my god, it's so funny.
So is it?
Why are you single, ma'am? The dating world is crazy right now. Men ain't sh-. And what are you? Huh? You're the sh-. That's why it smells in here. It smells like sh-. What makes a woman the sh-? What makes a bad bitch? Moral values. So you never sucked the first night you met the dude before? You never the first night you met, you never had a one night stand? Such a moral value dog. See how they talk, man, talk. It's after they suck. You know what? I'm no more. I'm a bad. Yes, we got the pictures. Don't worry.
This is things you shouldn't say to your girlfriend, and all things Billy has said to me.
Okay, why should I not say that? You want me to, if I were to say you look ugly today,
Well,
what would you say to that?
Well, I'd be really upset because that's extra mean, but why would you say I look pretty today? Do I not look pretty all the days? Is it only that day specifically?
If I say that every single day.
But you don't say that every single day. You only said that like a couple times. You look pretty today. Okay, and I'm usually like a troll or something. Anyways.
I date a troll?
I don't care what my friends say. I think you're really cool.
That one was a joke. That was an actual joke.
That one was crazy. No excuses.
You laughed. That was funny.
I don't want a sweet treat, but I will get you one.
Which is a really nice thing to do.
If you want to call me a fat lord.
If you are hungry and I'm not, I shouldn't be forced to eat.
Yes, you should. It's solidarity. It's like we're one. Are we not? We're a unit. It's a partnership. Anyways, you're looking big.
I said that to you at the gym.
That's mean. You can never call a girl big. You should say I'm looking fit.
You literally said
or
you
ripped.
wanted to get jacked. And then I said you look big.
Mean. Anyways.
How?
I like your hair better straight.
It is way more natural. It looks perfect. You don't need to do anything.
For context, he said this to me after I just spent 30 minutes curling my hair. And immediately, I'm like, I did my hair. And he goes, I like it better straight. Yeah, no words there. Damn, you were really hungry.
Damn, you really were hungry. Yeah. You were. I don't know. I get hungry. Everyone gets hungry.
Remember earlier when I said some people don't actually want solutions? They want something to be upset about? This is exactly what that looks like. There's a certain mindset that treats peace like a problem. If nothing is wrong, something must be wrong. If there's no obvious injustice, we'll zoom in, twist the lens, and manufacture one. Because complaining isn't about fixing anything, it's about identity. It's about feeling morally superior. It's about signaling awareness. Look at the example she gave. A normal, everyday situation, something most rational adults would shrug off, suddenly becomes symbolic oppression. A neutral interaction gets reframed as disrespect. A minor inconvenience becomes proof of systemic bias. It's creative, I'll give her that, but it's also exhausting. When you constantly turn non-issues into issues, you train your audience to see the world through a distortion filter. Everything becomes an attack. Everything becomes intentional. everything becomes proof of some grand narrative. And here's the unintended consequence. When real problems show up, people take them less seriously. Because if everything is labeled a crisis, nothing actually is. This is how a victimhood mindset sustains itself. It can't survive in a stable environment. It needs fuel. And when reality doesn't provide enough fuel, imagination steps in. Now, that doesn't mean there aren't legitimate grievances in the world. Of course there are. But when trivial moments are elevated to the level of injustice just to keep the outrage machine running, it weakens the entire conversation. There's a difference between awareness and hypersensitivity, between accountability and theatrics, between addressing real issues and building an audience off constant dissatisfaction. At some point, we have to ask, is this about improving society, or is it about maintaining a perpetual state of complaint? If you've enjoyed the breakdown so far and want more honest commentary that cuts through the noise, tap the like button. It helps push this conversation further, and trust me, we're just getting started.
Oh my God, look at that tree. That's sick. Do you know what? I think I should climb it. Do you reckon I should climb it?
Why would you climb that? You're literally 29 years old.
Oh, no, yeah. No, you're right. Why would I even climb that anyway, still?
Yeah, chill out. God, that's so cool.
It's a horse.
Well, were you going to jump?
Yeah, why?
Well, it's pretty far.
How else would I do it anyway?
Wow, you did it! Well done.
Cheers.
It should be no surprise that this is the reaction you get after you've broken that man's spirit. He was just trying to have some fun, but he was rejected, and not only that, he was essentially chastised. Newsflash, you can still have fun even if you're not a kid anymore. What a lot of women don't realize is that these things, even if they're small, if they are occurring time and time again, that's going to wear him down. A man is going to change through this, but it's not going to be for the better.
I love you too. Have fun with your friend and stay safe. I just wanted to let you know before you go that I booked a chef for tonight.
A chef?
Yeah, she's coming in in like the next hour.
She?
Yeah?
A girl chef?
Yeah, like you're going out for food with your friends, so I thought that I would book a chef because I can't really cook too well.
I thought you were gonna order something for food. But like I said to you, you can come with my friend and me and eat something with us.
Yeah, I know, but I looked online and I saw the chef and I just thought, oh, that looks nice. And she has really, really good reviews.
And what else she do? What different
Cooking,
service?
cleaning, I guess.
She's not coming here.
What?
I'm gonna cook for you.
Your friend's going to be waiting for you.
I don't care, I'm not coming now. And you in here.
What's the problem? There's one private chef, it's normal.
I don't care.
What?
You have your girlfriend, I'm gonna cook for you now.
Well, I've already paid. She's going to be coming here. So she's going to cook for me and you?
No, she's gonna cancel.
I can't cancel it.
Okay, so you saved up all your money to take us to Disney Springs?
What's wrong with Disney Springs?
Are
I
you
saved it up for a wheel.
Are you serious? A wheel?
Yeah,
a wheel.
Look.
Are you serious?
Tell me that's not tough.
How much was that?
I don't know, like $2,000?
$2,000?
Yeah, look.
And you're taking me to Disney Springs?
Listen,
you spend all your...
Listen, can your wheel do this? Listen. You see that light? That's tough. Tell me that's not tough.
Oh my God,
Tell me that's not tough.
We can't be serious.
You can either have $1 million right now or kiss the most beautiful woman in the world. Which would you choose?
Wait, this has to be a trap. Kiss the most beautiful woman in the world. Which is you. Get this out of here. What is that?
Nothing. If you made it this far, you already know this wasn't surface level commentary. This wasn't about random clips or cheap shots. This was about patterns, narratives, the contradictions we keep seeing play out in real time, and the accountability nobody wants to talk about. And if this conversation challenged you even a little, the next one is going to push it even further. Because in the next video, we break down another example of modern gender confusion, where confidence meets reality, and the outcome isn't what social media promised. More double standards, more uncomfortable truths, more moments that expose the gap between ideology and real life. If you enjoyed this video, I promise you will love this next video. I'll see you there.